doing it the best. Always got a heart of gold and my mission is right. I had a plan just to be alright. The way I view things just wasn't right. I'd wake up, but the hell I gotta ask why. I just keep coming back to the same old days where I would cry. But the old oh my gosh.
Yo, what's goody, my people? Talk to me. I'm grateful for the people that showed me my mistake. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I gotta stop doing that shit, yo. Keep fucking up my audio.
Got a plan to build yourself up the right way. Surround yourself with wild skies and good feelings.
Michael! What's good, my boy? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, we just chilling, waiting for some people to get in here and stuff. Alright. I kinda need to. How's your weekend going, bro? What you getting into? Seeing family, seeing friends, seeing any new movies. What we doing? Doing some scaling stuff. Where is? There we go. Oh no, not that one. Currently just doing some pixel scaling, fairy tale. Hey, that's what's up, bro. Good shit, good shit. Yeah, I really wish I could have not like stayed interested in fairy tale, because mind you, I'm not really interested in being interested in fairy tale. Fairy tale's cool. I just need more. I need more. You know what I mean? But no, I mean, fairy tale's cool. Like, Tenro, everything up to Tenro Island, loved it. Loved it. Mira Jane, her finding her sister, and Gray and Gajil, a lot of them. You know, I liked it. I liked it. It's just not enough. Not enough. And ironically, that doesn't mean much, saying it's not enough. But I'm trying to paint the picture here. Fairy Tail's missing what I need in an anime. But yeah, it's good. It's decent. You know, it's good anime. Boy, oh boy, you guys wouldn't believe the conversations that I've been seeing on Twitter today. We have people thinking that Gaara of the desert, that is, can beat Baragon. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what Naruto fans are on. I don't know where they get the nerve. We have Kawaki versus Baragon. Even more of a weird matchup, if you ask me. And the claim is that karma can absorb everything, any type of energy matter, and all this other stuff. Yet to be seen. It's only absorbed one energy matter in its own verse. But hey, people going to claim what they're going to claim. It had some cool stuff, but it's had its problems, even early on. I agree with that. But yeah, no, this is just more of a chill live stream. I'm just gonna be kind of reading Boruto, seeing how it goes, seeing what's going on in the Boruto sphere and all that other stuff. Because I'm hearing Sarada gets kind of crazy. I'm hearing Code gets dunked on a few times, so we'll see about that. Don't get me started on the plot holes brought up by Carla's future site. Laugh my ass off. Yeah, no, Gar has nothing he can do to Baragon. Yeah, no, bro. It's like one of the guys said, "Oh, Baragon can only age people up to 1,000 years." Mind you, Baragon nor any character has stated a limit to the things he can age. In fact, what Baragon did in fact say was, "Hey, the sun, moon, and the stars, all those things age, and my power is technically not, of course, like scale wise, not above that, but that's what you're going to have to overcome my power." So he's like, "Oh yeah, well, sand takes 4.4 billion years to age, so Baragon wouldn't be able to get through Gar's sand," not knowing that glass takes roughly the same time, if not longer, if left in a vacuum. Glass will actually not age in a vacuum. Like, it can pretty much last indefinitely, and Baragon aged glass in no time. Where was that ever said? Oh, bro, we can look at this while I have, before we even do the Boruto shit. We can go to it. Look at these dumb arguments, man. It's crazy. I really should stop going on Twitter. I really should. I need to stop going on Twitter because it really doesn't serve me too much. It really doesn't serve me. It doesn't help me make... Well, it helps me make this type of content, but it doesn't really help me make content. Not going to lie. I need to go to the home. And let's see if we can find these stupid arguments real quick. Because I'm more than certain I commented on them. Oh, it'll be faster if I just go to my notifications. All right. So here we go. Let's get it full size. So, Return of Nism, right? This is the guy. Now, I had a conversation with this guy maybe about 1.5 years ago, and he's one of the only people that I've ever had to block for just going too far over anime, which is very rare because there's a lot I'm willing to take and tolerate in the sake of having a conversation. But people like him, whose asses I know I can beat, I don't even need to know what he looks like. I just already know from the type of person interacting with him. I can't let them talk to me crazy online. So it's usually just best to block him. But this is his backup account. And all this, all this stuff started from Baragon versus Kawaki. And so Nism says, KCM2 Naruto victim is being too kind. Baragon is Kage level at best. KCM2 Naruto is beyond the 5 Kages. Fun fact, he can only age things up to 1,000 years old. Hence, struggle to age Hachigen's Keto barrier. Now, mind you, I just got through telling you that Baragon aged glass, which can last indefinitely, pretty much, in a vacuum, right? So, he's getting this 1,000 years thing from Soy Phone. Or no, from he's getting the 1,000 years thing. I don't know where he's actually getting 1,000. Oh no, I think I do. What does he say? Hold up. No. Okay. Well, the 1,000 years thing is probably coming from Badagon, where Badagon says if there may be a keto that lasts 1,000 years, but no keto lasts all eternity. He wanted to harp on the 1,000 years part and completely forgot Badagon basically said, if your ability can't last indefinitely, then it's pointless against my ability. So he's trying to downplay Hachigen here, not knowing that what's happening right here actually upscales the fuck out of Hachigen's his Keto's durability, right? Because Badagon's Respira isn't breaking through Hachigen's Keto barrier like it did the glass. And mind you, the glass can last indefinitely. So the fact that Badagon's Keto barrier is lasting longer than the glass tells us that it has a higher durability, or it has a higher threshold of decay that's higher than fucking glass, which is either 4.4 billion, anywhere to indefinite as far as it lasting in a vacuum. So yeah, you got like crazy ass people like this. I really should slow down on Twitter because I haven't made an actual I haven't made a video in a long time. Like I'm still in the research phase of a lot of things. Yeah, Badagon's ability was slowed by the Keto, but it was still breaking through. And exactly, that's my point. Like the fact that it was breaking through, the fact that it like decayed the glass instantly, but it's slowly breaking through Hachi's barrier, right? That tells us that the barrier is higher than the glass as far as longevity. And then it's still the fact that, yeah, Badagon's ability overcame it in the first place. So yeah, it's really not a lot of intelligent people on here. But yeah, I gotta get back to making videos and hunkering down. But they just make this shit so hard when I have to go on here and basically teach them their own series. And I say that like I'm not a fan of Naruto, but I am a fan of Naruto. I just don't like how they scale Naruto because they like wank the hell out of him, and I will not stand for it. I don't wink the hell out of Ichigo. I'm not even gonna get into Ichigo. Not even gonna get into it. But yeah, man. Yeah. So the things I got into work though are explaining. You know what I want to do, Michael? Even if individual grains of sand could hold up against Respiro, couldn't Badagon just age the chakra / jutsu that's holding it? And then that's another part, bro. That's a part that I didn't even get to because once I brought up him aging glass, it really was no point. But yes, Badagon could absolutely age the chakra within the sand because we know chakra doesn't last indefinitely. Gar has to keep refilling that sand with chakra in order to manipulate it, to make it stronger, etc., etc. The chakra he put in there from when he was a kid is not the same chakra that he's using to control it now. So chakra also has an expiration date, maybe except in cases like seals. And even that's iffy because we know seals can last a long time, right? Minato claims his flying Raijin mark will never disappear. And it held up till Obito, right? But we don't know. There's no way we'll know if his flying Raijin mark lasts forever. Hey, Karibo, my guy. What's good, Karibo? Yeah, Karibo, we talking about we're talking just like, and you know this to be true, Karibo. This is dumb shit we're talking about. Like Gaara versus Badagon. That's a dumb fight. Gaara versus Badagon is a dumb fight. The Biju live forever and they are living chakra. Well, the Biju age. Like, the Biju started off small and then they kind of aged up. They might reincarnate, but we know they don't. Like, when you say live forever, are you saying they are immortal themselves? Or are you saying something else? Because we know the energy will dissipate over time. even their own energy will dissipate over time. Because when they discharge tailed beast bombs, if you just shot it up in the air, there's a point where, well, let's just say you shoot it up in the air and it's not going to come down. That energy, the force, is going to dissipate over time. But yeah, back to your community, Karibo. You gotta start checking these guys, because I'm tired of it. I am sick and tired of it. The first argument is that Kawaki will be able to absorb Respira when his karma hasn't absorbed any other energy source in his own verse. We're here talking about spiritual energy. These guys can't even absorb regular fire, thermal energy. So it's just very weird when we have these claims and stuff. Did I do any bookmarks for that? Nope, I didn't. That's okay. I'll just go to where's my profile? No, go to my profile. Oh. I'll go to yesterday's conversation and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. Because this is going to be this is a full breakdown of why Kawaki's Kawaki's shrinking and his karma wouldn't be able to absorb much of karma. Where was it? I just saw you, Karibo, in here, actually. I was about to click on it. Alright. He says, the karma absorbs energy matter, not physical matter. They bring up water, style example. I get what you're saying, but I'm going to go over an example that, well, not an example. I'm going to go over a breakdown, and you can tell me what you think about the breakdown. Where did he tag me at? All right, we're getting close. Hold up. Oh yeah, Karibo, we gotta talk about those. We gotta talk about that classification shit, man. You need to chill out. You need to chill out. We gonna talk. First, let me find where Keys alt summons me. Alright. Now, where do I reply? Okay, cool. Cool. Now, everyone here pay attention. So I get tagged in this. I get tagged in this by Keys, right? This is my boy Kinsey. Kinsey, my man, 100 grand. And mind you, I saw this post, but I was like, you know what? I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. It's okay. I don't got to comment on everything. But I was tagged. And when you're tagged as one of those guys, I feel like you have a responsibility to perform. And that's fine. You don't always have to. But I've been starting to get tagged a lot more recently since my videos have been doing a lot better, and since I've been going live more, and since I've been posting more on Twitter. I've been starting to get tagged more now. It's fine. So yeah, he tagged me in this. Badagon versus Kawaki. He literally says Garganta open, summoning conscious. That's me, guys. That's Ab-Stract. He summoned me. So I tell him this is going to be a long one, because to explain why his ability doesn't work, it takes a fundamental understanding of ninjutsu, and it takes a fundamental understanding of chakra. It also takes a fundamental understanding of Bleach. If you don't have a fundamental understanding of these things, you're not going to understand why his ability doesn't work. If you just look at it and say, oh, he absorbs energy matter, then you're not going to understand why his ability can't absorb everything that it's coming in contact with. So, let's go with my first reply. I say Kawaki's only chance is karma being able to absorb spiritual energy by itself. But karma has no such feat of doing this, or karma has no such feat of this happening. Now, I know the argument that will be used to counter this, so let's get it out the way. The Naruto fan will say chakras are forms of energy, which is physical and spiritual, part one. But let's look at my initial claim. Kawaki's only chance of karma being able to absorb spiritual energy, or Kawaki's only chance is karma being able to absorb spiritual energy by itself. But karma has no such feat of doing this. Why is this important? Well, I mean, obviously, because in Bleach, they solely use spiritual energy, right? The issue with the karma is, while it can absorb chakra, we're going to get into it. Because I don't even want to get it. We'll get into it. So the karma absorbing chakra itself is already So mind you, I said the Naruto fan will say chakra are forms of energy. This will be the Naruto fan's argument for this. So the karma absorbing chakra itself is already taking in spiritual energy. Now, the issue with this is twofold. Number one, creating chakra for the purpose of jutsu is an active process and shouldn't be mistaken for the resting energy of either two components. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the physical energy that lies within the human body, and I'm talking about the spiritual energy that lies within the human body. When you're creating chakra, it's an active process of mixing and melding these two things together to get something completely new. What's good, Lightspeed? How you doing, bro? We talking about Badagon versus Kawaki. Twitter is retarded as fuck. And apparently, Gara can beat Badagon too. Anyways, why is this important? Because when we're talking about the mixing of the two energies, it's two separate and distinct energies coming together to form something new they call chakra. It's not the single spiritual energy, and it's not this single physical energy. Those building level menos at the beginning of Bleach are supposed to be handled by captains. What do you mean by building level? What do you mean by building level? They're as tall as buildings. Is that what you... What do you mean building level? We never really got the Menos' DC or AP at all. Well, we know their AP couldn't break through Ichigo at that point. But at that point, Ichigo's power could have fluctuated from a captain to anything else. So that doesn't really help us. Hey, what's good, Imran? How you doing, bro? Nice to see you. Let me get back to this cipher, though, because it's important. So Kawaki... No, I'm not Kawaki. Yeah, so Jutsu is an... so creating Jutsu is an active process and shouldn't be mistaken for the resting energy of either component. 2. Colloquial chakra, or I really should have said colloquially, is what I meant to say, but it autocorrect. So colloquially, chakra is only ever referred to as a singular energy. No one ever says, I'm low on spiritual energy, or, oh, I need more physical energy. They only refer to the new energy created by the combination of the two. Why is this important? Because it shows a lack of presence for either energy in what is known as chakra. Meaning, simply absorbing chakra isn't absorbing spiritual energy, nor is it absorbing physical energy. Chakra, colloquially, is a singular energy you get from mixing the two. So this would mean Kawaki, when he's absorbing jutsu and all this other stuff, he's not necessarily taking in the soul mechanics of both things, right? Chakra is a new energy you get from combining two energies. So the argument can also be made that if spiritual energy was present in ninjutsu as a separate component, Dan Kato's spirit transformation jutsu wouldn't be so broken, as basic ninja would be able to affect him, but nothing physical, we know this, can hurt him at all. And also, if spiritual energy was an inherent thing in chakra, why wouldn't ninjutsu be able to hurt the Edos? Yes, bro. Batagon versus Kawaki and Gaara. Urahime is enough for the entire verse. Come on, man. Like, what are we talking about? Like, when they be saying this type of stuff, it has to be trolling. It has to be hate. And it has to be forced downplay. One of you guys asked me before what was like the most down. Oh no, I think it was Mugetsu. Yeah. Mugetsu asked what was the most downplayed thing I heard. Batagon versus Gaara is the most downplayed thing I've ever fucking heard. Makes zero sense. It doesn't make sense in any. It doesn't make sense in any category. Kawaki does just kind of stomp Batagon. He has two methods of getting rid of Batagon's only options. Karibo, we're literally going through asking Wood Soul of the verse, Michael. That video is going to come out too. Karibo, are you hearing the facts I'm dropping here, bro? You can tell me which point you disagree with. I do this in points. We have we have part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and then the rest of these. You can tell me what you disagree with, and then we can chop it up. Please tell me what you disagree with so we can chop it up. All right? So, if the argument can be made, that if spiritual energy was present in ninjutsu as a separate component, Dan's spirit transformation jutsu wouldn't be so broken, number one. And number two, why wouldn't jutsus like Fireball Jutsu and Chidori and Rasengan, why don't they hurt the Edos at all? If there's spiritual energy mixed in there. Because if there's spiritual energy mixed in there, it should be able to attack their souls. Which I actually saw online today. Someone said chakra-based attacks actually attack people's souls. Are you kidding me? So now chakra-based Fireball Jutsu hurts your soul. Like, here's the thing. I'm willing to grant certain things for verse equalization, but if you're just going to up and lie, if you're just going to bend things to fit a narrative or to make your character, quote unquote, stronger or better, we're not doing that. We don't got to do that. So, then we get into Genjutsu, which is said to rely mainly on spiritual energy. This is true. They say Genjutsu falls into the yin release category. Yin release is spiritual energy, right? So then we get into Genjutsu was said to rely on spiritual energy for its execution. Listen to this. Not only has no Genjutsu been absorbed ever, but we actually have no idea what the energy looks like. Now this would point to spiritual energy in Naruto being somewhat intangible in all aspects. Like, you can't touch it, you can't see it, you can't feel it, you can't hear it, all this stuff. It'd be intangible. Like it's a phenomena that can't be observed. So therefore it's not really a phenomena, because phenomena are experienced by all the five senses. So it's not even a phenomena. You could hardly say it happens, but it does happen to you once it takes place. Right? So the argument is, if Kawaki can absorb spiritual energy, or if things in Naruto can absorb spiritual energy, why have we never seen the Genjutsu be absorbed? Why have we never seen a Genjutsu be absorbed? That's a legitimate question. Because if it works off of spiritual energy, you would think the Rinnegan would be able to see it. You would think that it would be able to absorb it, but it can't. It doesn't. You're going over karma, which can get theoretical on what constitutes energy matter. You haven't even touched on the mechanics of Kawaki's dojutsu at all. Alright. Are you talking about that Sukuhuno Sukumono suit, the thing where you can shrink stuff? Genjutsu doesn't form matter. All right, so here, okay, cool. I'm glad you said genjutsu doesn't form matter, because in the conversation I was having, he said verse equalization. And I said, okay, cool. So if we're doing verse equalization, then in Naruto, if genjutsu, which is spiritual energy, doesn't form physical matter, then that would mean Baragan's Respira would also be imperceptible. You wouldn't be able to perceive it because it would be 100% spiritual energy, like genjutsu, right? Is that not a fact? Now, you're going over the comment. As far as his shrinking ability, he wouldn't be able to shrink Respira for the very same reason he can't absorb genjutsu. He can't perceive it. Number one. Someone argued that Naruto can interact with souls because he could interact with his own soul while Nagato was yanking it out, versus others not being able to do so while Pain was taking their souls. Yeah. So, and here's an argument that I make, Michael. Here's an argument that I've always made, right? Naruto characters, they can only interact with the soul via some form of ninjutsu. They can only see souls, touch souls, talk to souls, hear souls, defend against souls via the medium of ninjutsu. If you go through the series, right, because there are people arguing they can still see spirits. No, they cannot, bro. They cannot see spirits. They can only see... I'm sorry, I'll say this. So they can see spirits, yes, but it's only through the medium of ninjutsu. And let me go over this wholeheartedly, right? The first time we see some type of spiritual phenomena in Naruto is what? It should be Shikamaru seeing or thinking he's seeing Asuma's ghost. Now, I've heard mixed things about this. I heard Asuma didn't really appear. It was just Shikamaru imagining it. I've heard Asuma did appear. He came from the Pure Lands to talk to Shikamaru. Either way, with that one, Shikamaru didn't see Asuma. He doesn't acknowledge Asuma, right? There's some narrative things going on to imply it, right? But it's not really a thing. The next thing we have is, what's the next thing? The next thing we have is when Jiraiya dies. During Jiraiya's death at the hands of Pain, Naruto feels a tap on his shoulder. Naruto doesn't see Jiraiya. He doesn't hear Jiraiya. He does not interact with Jiraiya. Mind you, Jiraiya had just died. So these are our two instances where spirits were present and no one saw them at all, right? But the Naruto fan will say, oh, look, hold up, Naruto's doing a tug of war with his soul. He has soul manipulation negation. Oh, look, they can see the Edo Kage. They can see the Edo Tensei. Yeah, they can. You know why? Because it's through the medium of a ninjutsu. That's why. If it's not through the medium of a ninjutsu, they can't see spirits. They can't see ghosts, right? Even Orochimaru getting his arms pulled out by the Reaper, he couldn't see the Reaper until the Reaper was already grabbing his body. The Reaper was invisible. And I don't even like to do that Reaper because that thing's made of chakra, right? It's not even a real... I'm not going to say it's not a real Shinigami, but that thing's made of chakra. Boruto is the most delusional power scales out there. They make Dragon Ball Z in One Piece or One Punch Man scalers look like rocket scientists. Laugh my ass off, man. Yeah, Boruto scalers are pretty bad. A lot of wank. Genjutsu doesn't form matter. Yeah, I think I said that. Spiritual properties between verses has to be proven to be the same. It doesn't matter how a verse interacts with souls. It is not on Bleach level of Bleach souls are completely unbound by fate. Yeah, and so like I said this, I think I might have said this for like 3 live streams now. When it comes to the soul, Bleach does everything at the highest level. Like, it hurts my brain that this isn't common sense. If I had a show about fish and fishmen, and all my characters were fish fucking men or fish people, and then there's a show where they can swim, they're not fishmen, but they can swim, are we going to say that the people that can swim are at the same level of proficiency as the fishmen? Let's take One Piece. Michael, Let's take One Piece. Are we going to say that Kisame is at the level of a fish man because Kisame can swim and he looks like a fish? Is that how it works? No. A fish man will always outdo Kisame. And this is even without like stats. Let's equalize stats. A fish man will always outdo Kisame. One Piece characters can see spirits because fodder pirates and Baby 5 could see Lao G's soul almost leaving / return to his body. There you go. There you go. And I haven't read One Piece, but hey, the Reaper's invisibility is part of the move. Where'd you hear that? Where are you getting that from? Karibo, where are you getting that from? How's it part of his move? Isn't it just by nature of him being a spirit that he would be invisible? Wouldn't that make more sense, the fact that he's a spirit? There's a canon ghost samurai. There's a canon ghost samurai just chilling at Hot Spring. Guy just fears ghosts because taijutsu doesn't work. Okay, what's the chapter? And is it humor? Is this like what's the chapter for that? Because mind you, here's the thing, right? And I don't like when people do this, Karibo. Here, I hate when people do this. If you're gonna come to me and say, "Hey, look, Ab-Stract, this is the case," don't just stop at one example. I need at least 3 because I've built my case off of consistency. I wouldn't come to you and say, "Hey, Karibo, look, here's one instance where they couldn't see ghosts." No, I have 2 instances where they couldn't see ghosts and they were actually ghosts. And then I have every instance where I said they can see ghosts in the medium of ninjutsu. So do not come to me with a single example and expect that to change my worldview on the stance. It's not going to change my worldview. You need consistency. This is triple AP scaling. Remember, we need accuracy and consistency. Accuracy plays a part in consistency. Anyways. Then we get into the genjutsu, which is said to rely mainly on spiritual energy for its execution. Not only has no genjutsu been absorbed ever, but we actually have no idea what the energy actually looks like. Now, this would point to spiritual energy being, I should have said, imperceptible in Naruto, not just invisible, right? And this would also apply to Baragon as well, who is a completely spiritual being. So until energy absorption gets beyond just absorbing chakra in its colloquial sense and actually absorbs the foundations for its creation, being physical energy and being spiritual energy, then Kawaki can't do anything to Baragon. And it doesn't make sense to say otherwise. And I have to preface my statement, right? I'm not saying Kawaki wouldn't be able to see him. But seeing as how spiritual energy itself is only seen narratively in the form of ghosts, which happens very rarely, it's hard to argue Kawaki would even see Respira. And then I end with my thing. Ninja can see ghosts through the medium of ninjutsu. And then people will look at me and say, who cares if it's through ninjutsu? Motherfucker, I do. Because if it's not an Edo Tensei, you're not seeing a spirit. You're not seeing a ghost. If it's not someone ripping out your soul via ninjutsu, you're not seeing random ghosts. You're not seeing random spirits. To be clear, the Lao G spirit bit was a gag. Oh, it was a gag? Gotcha. All right. So what about Brook? Can people see Brook's soul? Can people see Brook's soul? See, but if they can see Brook's soul, that might be the same issue. Well, no, it might not be the same issue because it could either be due to hockey or some other thing. So yeah, let me know if they can see Brook's soul. But someone talked to me about how Kawaki can use his dojutsu, please. I'm really not sure how that's going to help him because he can't shrink genjutsu and he can't detect spiritual energy. So I don't know how he's going to detect Respira. Boy, oh boy, that was a lot. Now let's go to that other thingy. Why did it just connect to my goddamn? This doesn't even have sound. All right, there we go. I want to show y'all some first level retardation. Actually, I don't even know if I want to do all that. Oh, you know what? I forgot. You know what, guys? You know what I want to do? We're going to go over how, because listen, I got in a conversation with someone and we were going over the speed. It was Madara versus Baragon. And we were going over speed, right? You guys are going to see how I would argue light speed Bleach if I wasn't using triple AP scaling. So let's find that conversation. Let's find that conversation. This guy has so many tangents, though. It's going to be annoying. All right, no deity gates. We need the speed conversation. Mirai novel. It was adapted into the anime and then its own manga. Steam Ninja Scrolls. There's also Big Mom manifesting souls, but again, don't know how applicable this is to non-devil fruit related spirits. See, but Big Mom's soul lets her take the souls of actual people, though, and people can see those souls leaving people's bodies. I presume. I don't know. It matters only if you have Reiruku to output switch pressure through Reiatsu. Souls actually have power and resistance against other soul. And so, bro, light speed. Light speed. This is the shit I'm talking about. Going back to the fucking fish man, right? If I'm a fish man and you're just a guy who swims, don't talk to me about the water. Don't talk to me about the ocean, right? So if I'm a spiritual being and you're a human that can use a spiritual attack, and your attack isn't even an attack, it's literally a spiritual attack that's supposed to mess up my senses, don't even think that shit's going to work. Like you would have to prove, because this gets into the genjutsu conversation. You would have to prove that their genjutsu is strong enough to overcome the spiritual defense of the person they're attacking. And how are you going to do that? How do you even begin to do that? Especially if you're one of those guys that believe genjutsu is only 50% of spiritual energy, right? Because not everyone in the community agrees. Kinsey thinks genjutsu is 50%, 50%. I believe, I lean more towards the fact that genjutsu can be more 100% spiritual energy. I lean towards that fact, but it's still not concrete. It can literally change at any moment depending on who I'm talking to. And it does that because I'll always take, not always, not if they're wrong, but if there's a justifiable reason, I'll take the person's stance I'm talking to over my own, because why not? That's your series. I'm not going to tell you, you know your series better than me. Fuck it. Let's argue it. It doesn't really help either one. I'm not going to lie to you. Pick your poison. It doesn't really help. You ever checked out Nirvana Ignil's scaling video? He did Naruto versus Ichigo. Interesting. Interested in seeing your reaction to his scaling for Ichigo. Nirvana Ignil. We can see. Oh, Lightspeed, you debated him? That's hilarious. Nirvana. And I packed him up in the comments of his own video, but he deleted them. Yuha versus Chaos. Yuha versus Chaos. Well, let's see. Nirvana. Yamamoto versus Escanor. Oh, it looks like I watched one of his videos. Maybe two. Looks like it, at least. Prepare for your brain stem to detach. Like shit. Yeah, give me a second. What was I looking for, y'all? Oh yeah. Lightspeed Bleach, if I had to argue it. Actually, you know what? That whole cipher is so goddamn long and there's so many conversations. I might not even find the shit. He's pretty cool. Alright, let's see. I need a better chair. This shit is killing my back. Oh. Ugh. Okay. No. Yo, how do I disconnect? Yo, you gotta stop. Alright. Let's give a video a watch. Damn, 32 minutes, man. That's a lot of time. Alright. I'll give him like 10 to 15, or I'll have to skip around. We'll see.
Which has surpassed my expectations of hitting 1,000 subs this year, and I appreciate every last one of you subscribers, but I still need your help of me hitting 3,000 watch hours so that I can get monetized and earn some money in making these videos. But with that out of the way, I'll talk about the conditions of the
Excuse me, sorry about that. Genjutsu is just kind of busted. It's not even busted though, because it's not busted in its own verse, Kariba. That's like, it's like Genjutsu is cool, but it's not even busted in its own verse. Not really. I see why people scramble to remove it from every fight. If Bleach got a monopoly on Soul Hex, Naruto got hands on Mind Hex. The thing is, what I don't like. Alright, the thing with Genjutsu and why it's really so annoying is because despite how it's described to work, despite its showings of it working on people that only have chakra, and despite chakra being how, you know, you get out of it, you get in it, you stop it, you got, unless we're already doing verse equalization, but there's a sect of your community that doesn't even believe it needs verse equalization. So maybe I'm not talking to you, right? But the belief is Genjutsu will work on anyone at any given time simply because it doesn't require chakra. And I've seen a lot of stupid threads supporting this idea. Mind you, no one that has spoken to me, no one that has spoken to me has proved this claim even a single time. Because you can shut it down with a lot of... It's all right. I ain't even going to go there. When has Genjutsu ever taken out anyone? If you say Izanagi or Izanami, you're coping. Because those aren't normal in last resorts. Itachi hasn't done shit with Genjutsu. In fact, Jiraiya has better Genjutsu feats. And that's what I'm saying. It's like Genjutsu, it's slightly better than Amaterasu. And then like arguing it in a versus match it's really annoying. Hey, red hair. What's good, bro? What's good, Trip? Were you just talking that shit? Am I paused? No, I'm not paused. Okay. But what was I about to get into about Genjutsu? About to piss me off. Yeah, like another thing is for Genjutsu to really work, you got to give people a whole new. You have to give people that don't have a chakra network. Or else how's the chakra going to flow through their body to their cranial nerves? Oh, but Sharingan Genjutsu. What about that? I already addressed it. Go watch my video. Not repeat myself. Fighters here like the data are immune to Genjutsu for literally no reason. So anyone could be immune basically, LOL. Like shit. And then if you're just factoring in scaling, yeah, Deidara is ass. Deidara can't survive his own C1 explosion. Or I'll say he was afraid of his own C1 explosion. Karibo, chakra network is absolutely required because it has to travel throughout your body to get to your cranial nerves. You can't do that without a chakra network. And then there's like so many counter arguments for Sharingan Genjutsu. Like I said before, number one, why if you're shooting your ocular jutsu into, let's say, Byakuya, what would make you think that the energy you're shooting in Byakuya is more powerful than the energy that he has at his disposal at that given time? And he can't just override it with his own power, like Aizen did to Soifon. Like, Aquaman versus a man that fucking swims. This is what it will always be. Aquaman versus a man that swims. Soul Reaper versus human who can use spirit powers, I guess. Alright, let's start the video.
So the conditions will be...
Yeah, no, red hair. You said, didn't Itachi put Sasuke and Kakashi in a coma? Genjutsu pretty OP. Yeah. Genjutsu's pretty OP in Naruto. And then not even then. Not really. Like, Genjutsu stops having good showings pretty much after Shippuden. It doesn't take out any top tiers. I know that much for a fact. It doesn't take out A. Doesn't take out Madara. Doesn't take out Kaguya. Doesn't take out Obito. Doesn't take out anyone in the Akatsuki. Who did it work on? C? Light Pillar Jutsu? C? Who else did it work on? The no-name hidden cloud guy that Sasuke interrogated? What are we talking about? They can manipulate natural things around them. Here's the thing. We were already told that the chakra network sends and distributes chakra throughout the entire body. So if the argument is the Genjutsu caster inserts their own chakra into that person, then that person would have to have a chakra network for the Genjutsu to travel, or for the chakra to travel. Chakra in the environment, just like Reishi is in the environment. Red hair, triplet, bro. That's actually not true. And I've talked to a lot of people. Not a single person could substantiate the claim that chakra exists freely in the atmosphere. Not a single one. They'll try and tell you that chakra is nature energy and all this other shit. It's not true. Nothing supports it. And it's headcanon. They're talking out their asses. Chakra does not exist in the environment like Reishi. Or else, you know what? If chakra existed in the environment like Reishi, Boruto's Uzihiko Rasengan would be senjutsu. Because he's using the chakra of the earth. Right? But it's not. It's ninjutsu. And that's convoluted. So you got earth chakra, you have nature chakra, and then you have regular people chakra. But guess what? When the Byakugan user looks at their surroundings, they don't see chakra in the grass and in the trees. They don't see chakra in the sky. They just see the normal object. They'll see chakra in people, sure. Remember that old JLA versus Avengers comic crossover when Flash can't use his powers in the Marvel Universe because the Speed Force doesn't exist there? Genjutsu versus other versus kind of like that. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And we're not going to give people whole new anatomies just so your ability can work. Because if we're doing that, we're making concessions to the Naruto verse. And if we're going to do that, fine. But I would want my own concessions be made to the Bleach verse or to the One Piece verse if I'm going to argue that. A chakra network is not required for chakra to flow. How would chakra flow in metal? Chakra doesn't flow in metal. You can coat the metal with chakra. And there's a difference. I think you guys have a misunderstanding, right? When chakra flows through our bodies or through the Naruto body, it goes through a complex system. There's no such complex system in the kunai or whatever you're using as an example. The chakra can coat it. You can put chakra into it, right? You can have chakra on things. This doesn't mean... Oh. Hold on. Yeah. You know. Hold up, what? So Sage Mode not a thing? Or the planet chakra? No. Listen, Sage Mode is a thing. But you'll never find in the source material, they refer to Senjutsu as the chakra of the earth. You'll never find that. Maybe Boruto might make it a thing. I've looked. I've debated several people. No one can bring it up to me because it doesn't exist. Chakra does not exist freely in the world. Nature energy does. Nature energy is not chakra. Hold on. Let's get into it.
As follows. The version of Naruto I'm using is adult Sage of Six Paths Naruto, with his last resort being his Bayron mode. And as for Ichigo, it will be Horn of Salvation plus Bankai, adult Ichigo, with his last resort being Mugetsu. The characters will be fighting in Dragon Ball Super Tournament of Power Arena, and I will be controlling what these characters will or won't do in this fight based on the information given. Naruto only has 1 minute of his Bayron mode before he loses his power, as in canon. The form didn't last long, and seeing how fast Naruto should be moving, it only makes sense. Energy systems will not be equalized, as the mechanics of these verses are too different to equalize, as stated by the rules of verse equalization, that the energy systems must be similar, including the mechanics, to equalize them. If not, that's the verse's problem. And I'll explain why it isn't fair for Ichigo if we do equalize these verses, for whatever reason. And the final thing I'm only using manga, anime, novels, and data books, but I'll mainly be focusing on the manga as it is the main source material. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Based around verse equalization is ass. Yeah, no, that's a good thing to hear. We'll see how he does with no verse equalization. Most people don't do it, so we'll see how he does with it.
Yeah. To start off, I'll only be using their mid-ball interpretation and their highest of scaling. So let's talk about Naruto scaling first, since his scaling isn't all that complicated. For Haku, Sage just surpassed Naruto as a mid-ball. He is star level due to beating fused Momoshiki, who absorbed a star, making him star level.
Michael, he already fucking up. He already fucking up. Absorbing a star. First off, if I'm not mistaken, he planted a god tree. If I'm not mistaken, all he did was cultivate a god tree. Let's read it though. Somewhere in an unknown world, the dying fiery sun emitted a synchrotron radiation as it agonized, making reduced the Quins, a great metropolis full of innumerable deaths. In its center was a noble person who wore a celestial robe that had never been touched by a speck of dust. Is that a true statement? Never been touched by a speck of dust? Was sitting on a large stump biting something. At first glance, his appearance was that of a beautiful young man, but he exuded an ugliness with his cruel cunning and even evil expression. From his head grew two horns that curved inward, proving that he was not a human being. And in both eyes he had the Byakugan. Yada yada yada. What was he biting? Was the Shinjutsu that sprouted in the land, now turned into a pitiful stump. Yeah, so I was right. I was right. He didn't absorb a fucking star or a planet, whatever one you want to go with. He cultivated a divine tree. That does not make you star level. Michael, he's already fucking up. Get your mans. He's going to claim Soul Reapers are intangible without proof. I hope he doesn't. That'll be a little sad. Also, pretty sure this was a mistranslation. So it being a mistranslation, I don't know if that makes any difference though, because the end result would still be him eating a chakra fruit. That would be the end result. Draining a star of its power isn't star level. It's not planetary level. Because we're not measuring AP, DC, or total joules. Like, I don't... It's alright, let's go.
And to go even further, based on Momoshiki creating a parallel universe...
I'll take notes. I'll take notes. We can add them to the notes. Where is Thanks Naruto star level. Thanks Naruto star level because Momo ate a star. And we'll put chakra fruit here so we know. Where's the other one? All right. I have debunks on all the Boruto mistranslated wank scans people like Noodles and Seth use. Come on, bro.
Which would mean he created a similar universe, which would Shiki, he is star level due to beating fused Momoshiki, who absorbed a star, making him star level. And to go even further, based on Momoshiki creating
Like, do people not like ever vet these things? Do people just come to their own conclusion, saying, "Oh yeah, that must be it. That must be true"? Do these guys run it through anyone?
Creating a parallel universe, which would mean he created a similar universe, which would make him universal. Based on Momoshiki creating a parallel universe, which would mean he created a similar universe, which would make him universal. He also did absorb
Alright, so now we're scaling creation. Now we're scaling creation to AP and DC. See, alright, I'll say this. It's fine. Why not? I mean, fuck it. Why not? If he's doing all this, I expect to hear about Grammy's feat. You spent $549. Damn. I expect to hear about Grammy's feat of creating a galaxy. I expect to hear about Yukio's feat of creating a dimension with a sun in it. I expect to hear these things if we're just going to give Momoshiki creating parallel dimension. CR did. Let's see. Momoshiki created parallel dimension. In fairness, I think he's giving Naruto an extreme benefit of the doubt, as in the later video he scales adult Naruto much slower, though still faulty by upscaling from Madara growing to God tree. Okay, gotcha. And Michael, bro, I'm really not trying to be critical. It's like from our community of scalers, right? This would never fly. You can't just say these things. So like, and maybe I gotta chill out, because I know not everyone scales the way we do. And I know not everyone cares about being as accurate and consistent as possible. But no. No. I genuinely think a lot of times this stuff isn't even vetted. I think that's what like gets me upset. It's not vetted. I don't think he has a community. I don't think he reaches out to people. But if he does, that's even scarier to think about. That's even scarier to think about. And this isn't like, I don't want to make people like afraid of how you should scale. Everyone has their own way of how to scale. But, it's just my opinion. Like, we need more evidence before we just assert these things. More proof needs to be gathered before we just make these claims. He's going to say Soul Reapers are intangible. So no this. Alright, I'm not even going. You know what? Let me play it on
from beyond the dimension he made, but we don't know how much chakra nor what they mean by that. There's a lot of evidence supporting universal Naruto, but I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll just stop it with the universal stuff. If you want to learn more about universal Naruto, you can literally just look up on YouTube universal Naruto. Pretty much everybody who power scales Naruto has made universal Naruto. You can look at King Bullet's universal Naruto scaling. You can look at Noodle's multiversal Naruto scaling. He goes in on all of Naruto's universal arguments and so on. Just search universal Naruto, you'll find something. I don't want to
like that's like me saying you can look at Clyde's video on multiversal Bleach and Ichigo. You can look at Ab-Stract's video on multiversal Bleach and Ichigo. You can look at Lightspeed's video. Like, why are we pandering to the fan base that is like literally wanking the fan base? I'm sorry, the anime. You know whose opinion I would really care about? Someone who doesn't fuck with Naruto. Because they're going to be more honest. They're going to be more honest. Right? Because coming from a place of hate or dislike forces you to find the things that are not as consistent, or the things that the person who loves it might be willing to either hype up or buff up or whatever. So, I mean, yeah, like, you can say, oh, X amount of people have made Universe of Naruto. I don't believe that. You didn't talk to me. You didn't go to Michael. You didn't go to Eon. Although Eon actually might believe it. Eon actually might believe it. So, that's funny. But, yeah, no, I don't agree with that. Just because a lot of people say something doesn't make it true, doesn't make it a fact. Doesn't make it trustworthy. Facts, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like One Piece. In fact, I hate it. But I would agree. I would argue Luffy would beat most versions. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. That like, here's the thing. There was a time where, like, I thought Naruto could beat Luffy. But then when I, like, really got into power scaling, I was like, there's no way. There's no way. You know the person who really, like, made it clear for me, actually? Steinixos. Steinix. When Steinix came on the scene with his Naruto videos, I'm not gonna lie, bro was kind of cooking. He was kind of cold. Steinix was dropping facts. Steinix had the Naruto community afraid. He had Noodles reacting to his videos. He had King Bullet reacting in his comment. Like, Steinix was doing his work, bro. But yeah, no, there's not really a contest or a competition. The one thing that Naruto fans, you know what? Naruto is lacking. Naruto is defeating Luffy with ease. Karibo, he's not, bro. Here's the thing. None of his attacks are really going to work on Luffy, number one. Just by the fact that Luffy's a rubber man and Naruto does not have Haki. Haki is not spiritual energy, by the way. So you can't say he has chakra, he has spiritual energy, so it's going to work. Haki is not spiritual energy. It's never defined as that. We still don't know what Haki is, if we're being completely honest with you. So you can't say Haki would work. Now, can things work? Sure. Reaper Death Seal can work, in my opinion. Depending on the sealing jutsu, we can talk about that working. But Naruto's punches not going to work. Naruto's Rasengas don't have nearly enough AP to hurt Luffy. Not unless we're talking about like his maxed out attacks. But even then, it would be the rubber property interacting with his Rasen Shuriken. Stein was pretty cool, though. Him and Eon citing the French data book is cringe. I didn't even know there was I didn't even know there was a French data book, bro. Stein changed the One Piece game. Everyone was massively downplaying One Piece. Then Stein came in, and it's downhill for the Naruto. Like Ichigo destroying that hill. Red hair, bro. I ain't appreciating these shots. All right, I'm going out my way to big up One Piece, and here you go shooting shots about Ichigo destroying the hill. Now, if I start going on One Piece, you gonna be tripping on me. All right, I'm trying to be peaceful with you, my guy. All right, bro. Let me live. All right. And we already been over this APDC thing. Ichigo destroying that hill is a better feat than majority of the first half of One Piece. Not going to lie to you. Actually, the only person who might have a better feat than Ichigo destroying that hill with air pressure from the volume of a sword is Mihawk lifting a glacier with the volume of a sword with air pressure. So Mihawk, your best swordsman. Michael, tell me if I'm wrong, Michael. Is there a better feat than Ichigo destroying that hill with air pressure than Mihawk? Is there a better feat than that? Naruto with the kunai is cooking Luffy. You know, Karibo, we've already seen Naruto doesn't really know how to infuse chakra in weapons. So he's not cooking anyone with the kunai, actually. This is why I believe when scaling a character or having a cross-verse battle, it's best to not try and be objective. It's best to not try and be objective as possible and argue upon different. Interesting. Only be scared of one level of power, just closed-minded and not genuine. So, all right. So, I'm gonna ask you this, Michael. Did you watch the air pressure video? Did you watch the air pressure video? You want to like stick at the island level AP. This is full contact with the sword. I don't know if I don't know who has that in One Piece before the war arc. Before the war arc. Right? Because after the war arc's new world, new stuff. Sure, fine, maybe. But even Luffy's big elephant gun thing, that joint is large. So it really depends. But no, his air pressure videos, Alias's air pressure video, he goes in it. He's like, yeah, you know what? I've massively been downplaying air pressure feats. Take every air pressure feat and times that at least by like 10,000. Because he was doing like 1,000. He was doing like 1,000 minimum. Come to find out, it's over 10,000 times you need to multiply the air pressure because that energy, the energy needs to travel, and then it needs to spread out and then destroy. It needs to destroy all the matter it's destroying while keeping the same force. Something like that.
Explain those metas because it's gonna take too long. Anyway, to get Naruto even higher, you can argue for the Kaguya because there is a statement calling her dimensions a hyperspace, which a hyperspace just means a space with more than 3 dimensions, which would cap Naruto at 4D if you want to.
Here's the thing with dimension scaling, and it's really annoying, right? Here's the thing. A space, and it gets kind of convoluted. Any space that you exist in by proxy and by nature is automatically 4D. So if you create a dimension and then you exist within that dimension, by proxy of you existing in that dimension, time is moving forward. Things are changing, right? So when you say 4D, what do you mean by 4D? Are you saying that you can control the time in the dimension that you created? Are you saying that you are above the time in the dimension that you created? Because if you're not saying that, you're not saying anything new. Anywhere that you can move, perceive, anywhere where change is going on from one moment to the next, time is already introduced. This isn't special. So when we talk about beings being 4D, you got to show me something. You got to show me something. Like when I do Aizen versus the cleaner, we're going to talk about how the cleaner actually interacts with the physical manifestation of time. We're going to talk about that. It's important. Kaguya is not doing that. Momo's not doing that. Gremi is not doing that. Yukio is not doing that. No one in One Piece is doing that. These people are not above time. I'm tired of hearing 4 and 5D. It's really annoying. It doesn't take much to be 4D. We're 4D. You know why? Because we experience time. It's not special. Yeah, bro. Dimension scaling is very cringe. It's annoying, actually. Like, in some cases, it works, but for the vast majority of times, people don't know what the hell they're talking about. It's really annoying. Post-time skip dress roll for gear for Luffy could also be higher based on him fragmenting Delphi's 16 holy bullets. Yeah, see, and this is why, like, when I get into the One Piece scaling, I'll probably be leaning on people like you and Sage a lot. For a lot of things. He's going to use the Eisen statements. People get nervous when we start asking for the cleaner. People get nervous. I don't know why you get nervous when asking. See, like here's the thing, Karibo. I don't know who you've been hearing the statements and feats from. I don't know who you've been hearing them from. Cause I like, and we can even do it now if y'all want to. Well, no, I'll save it for the video. It's fine. But just know, unless you're like having some authority over time to where like almost like you're like Loki in his season 2 and you can manipulate all facets of time in your world, don't talk to me about no fucking 4 or 5D scaling. It's annoying and you don't know what you're talking about.
Take the hyperspace at face value, which I know a lot of Naruto fans do that, so I'm giving it to them. You can also make multiversal Naruto arguments, but those are pure speculation and have no real substance for the argument. If you watch Seth's video on multiversal Naruto, which Seth and Noodles just make a lot of speculations on the topic, so I have no reason to believe in the multiversal meta unless someone comes up with the proper evidence. So as of right now, with the novels, adult Naruto scales to star level, to universal level, and as his highest of ends, 4D, which isn't bad, but sorry for all of you Naruto fans, I don't want to make this video too long, but I made Naruto scaling simple and easier to digest rather than going balls deep on each meta. But I will say to all of you that you can't get Naruto at these levels without using the novels or data books, because in
Hold up. Oi. Hui. Yeah. Alright. What are we talking about? Sage your fault. He literally didn't think, hey, this guy turns things into rubber, including light, which we saw him do. Yeah, I don't know what Sage you're talking about right here. We're talking about Galaxy Sage, Sage Otsutsuki. I don't know who you're talking about. Also, chapter 1099 confirmed pacifist lasers are made by electromagnetic energy, light speed. Hey, man, that's fine. You got it, bro. I'm not saying they not. Mind you, I only watched the video. I don't know these things. I don't scale One Piece. I like to watch it. It's a good show. The cleaner pushing people through random portals. Using the cleaner for scaling is like using the time turtle from the time slip arc. I don't know the time slip arc, Karibo. I can't relate. Here's the thing. The cleaner can just like literally kill you by touching you. The restrictive current, if I'm not mistaken, can kill you by simply touching you. Aizen was able to destroy a being that can endure these things with looking at it. Right? All Aizen did was flex his power, look at it, and it was destroyed. The cleaner on a daily interacts with layers upon layers of time, and it exists in a place that is 2,000 times faster slash denser than normal flow of time. Right? So, yeah. Like, at least with Aizen, there's some credibility to what's going on. Sage don't know any of these things too, apparently. Laugh my ass off.
The manga star level is still questionable. Anyway, let's get into Naruto's speed. So here's the thing. Naruto's speed is actually straight up trash, because in the data books, everyone is light speed, and here's why. Part 1 Itachi's water bullets are stated to be light speed, but Haku is also stated to be light speed when he travels through his mirrors, but a random samurai is also stated to be light speed with some sword. Oh wait, hold up. It's also stated that some random Anbu that nobody cares about is also light speed. But that's kind of funny because the fastest nigga on the planet is the Raikage, who is also light speed or almost light speed. That's cool, but Madara's...
Hey, yo. Now that's funny. He gets props for that. That was funny. That was funny. Okay. So we got Fodder Samurai. Karibo, this is for you. We have Fodder Samurai being light speed. Fodder Anbu being light speed. Part 1 Haku being light speed. Itachi's jutsu being light speed. And my fault, not being light speed, but these attacks, quote unquote, are light speed. But then guess what? We get into part 2 of Shippuden, and the Raikage can only be close to light speed. He can only be near light speed. It's very funny. It's very inconsistent. Now, y'all know I don't give a damn about a statement in a data book of all things, least of all things. But it's just very funny how the series will never support this at all. The series will never support this. And the feats of the characters won't support this either. The feats of the characters won't support this. Lightspeed Naruto is a joke. Remember, tens of Naruto clones couldn't close the distance to tag pain in 30 seconds, even over several meters. That's probably the worst thing. That's probably like one of the worst things. That's like worse than Mach 500 Gin Bankai. I know Luffy might have an anti-feat. I can't think of one, but it's worse than that. Like, you're telling me people have been lightspeed since part 1. Attacks are lightspeed in part 1. And you can't blitz a man in 5 whole seconds? 5 seconds is an eternity for lightspeed movement. You got too much time for lightspeed movement for 5 seconds. The cleaner has no feats. Destroying that mountain excited Aizen more. What excited Aizen? So, like, Karibo, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Trying to use Aizen, essentially saying, hey, look, I waved my hand and the whole terrain changed. Versus Madara going full Susanoo, mind you, full majestic attire Susanoo, and saying, we used to change the landscape fighting with our big avatars. You know how different that is in AP? You know how different of a flex that is since Aizen wasn't trying to destroy the landscape? But Madara is literally bragging in his strongest form. You might have to redraw the maps. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Nah, it clearly makes more sense for Kid Naruto to be FTL while Bleach can barely get above speed of light. Exactly. I mean, why not? Rock Lee blitzes his own shadow, right? I mean, Uryu does the same feat, but fuck it. That's not light speed either. Mind you, I don't use that scaling. I'm just saying, keep it consistent. He's just ignoring context. The feat supports the databook statement. The feats support the databook statement. What feat supports Lightspeed Naruto? The anti-feat for Luffy is being in the number 1 story, so they get no true scaling. That's a funny one. Closest Luffy anti-feat is Gozelman bragging about being 200 kilometers per hour. But 1, Luffy's speed doesn't cap as he scales the characters much faster. True. And 2, this is still not as bad as Naruto's. That's what I'm saying, bro. Yuha stated to be omnipotent and omniscient. Boruto fans, Borutards deny. Yeah, like, here's the, like, when we're talking about, like, abilities, like, when I finally do read Boruto and I see Kashin Kojin's ability, I'm not going to say, oh, look, he can't do what he just said he can do if he has the feats to say he can do it. Right? Ichibe. Yuha describes his ability We see it in action multiple times, and there's nothing suggesting that he's lying about his ability at all. He says, I can see all these grains of sand, and hopefully the anime does this justice. Please do it justice. I can see all the possibilities, the grains of sand. Hell, in the anime, we even got that he saw Ichigo was going to be the one to kill the Soul King back then. This is pre-Soul King absorbed. Goku's never been shown to blow up a planet. Guess he's not planetary. Like shit. Alright. 7 minutes, 35. Alright, we gotta go for like 15.
Light Fang is also stated to be light speed. And we see Sage of Six Paths Naruto barely dodges it. It hits the tie of his headband. That's strange because Dalta's destructive beams are also stated to be light speed in the data books, which she almost hits adult Sage of Six Paths Naruto, who was confirmed to be going all out in taijutsu because he couldn't use ninjutsu, otherwise Dalta would just absorb it at the time. And it was stated by this adult Sage of Six Paths Naruto that attack was a close one, and Dalta said that she just missed him. And we also see adult Naruto aim dodge those light beams at a closer range. And the calc for this Naruto dodging the beams was calculated at relativistic plus speed, or 93.3% the speed of light, which we do have a distance at which those beams were fired at, and we know their speed. So with the data books, it practically tells us that your speed doesn't increase as much as your AP or power, because we see Edo Haku, who is at least at 80% of his power because of the Edo nerf. He is relative to War Arc Kakashi in speed, so with the mirrors he would be 80% the speed of light. And y'all can't run to the novels because they are not canon to the main manga, but are separate continuities. Even one of the authors says that the only true story is the manga, which is true because Kishimoto is the author for the manga, and that's where the story of Naruto begins. So if the novel, anime, or data books contradict the manga, then they will just get rejected. I know I did use the novels for Naruto scaling, but that's because Naruto scaling is bad without the novels, and a lot of people use them, so it's fine. We can just let it slide just this one time. So I will say, if you want to use the novels, then Naruto is massively faster than Light Plus in the thousands of times ranges. But if you want to use the manga...
Alright. 7, 8, 9, 10, about 5 minutes. Alright. Aizen sword, his sword, full power to destroy a mountain like no other sword. Kuribo, you gotta work on your typing. I don't know what you're trying to say about Aizen's sword. Gauselman's speed is irrelevant to Luffy when it wasn't even Luffy who ran after him. The Delta skin is fake. I don't remember the skin, but it's okay. I'm just accepting all this stuff at this point. It's fine. The speed of her beams is never given. Okay, so you would be saying that they're not light speed then, Kuribo? Perfect Susanoo Madara can barely wipe out mountains while trying to slice them, and Aizen/Ichijo's not even trying to casually vaporize mountains, which is way above just slicing some mountaintops. Yeah. Ichigo pulverized with air pressure, not even full contact. Go watch Zalius' video on air pressure multipliers. But yeah, Ichigo pulverized on full. I mean, air pressure not having full contact. Madara needs to unsheath his attack. I'm getting a call. Alright, hold up. Hold up, y'all. Live call. Yo.
Hey, Dylan. How you doing, man?
Nelly, how you doing, bro?
Doing good, man. Am I interrupting anything?
I'm on live right now. Say hi to the people.
Hey, hello, people. What's going on? I didn't know you was on live. My bad, brother.
Hey, man, you good, bro? We're actually talking about One Piece right now and some Naruto scaling and stuff.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to plug my song, go ahead, man.
Hey, we already played y'all song last time, man. They was fucking with it though. They was fucking with it.
All right, bet. You know,
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask you about your opinion on the video that I posted.
Ooh, which one? I don't know if I've seen it. Which one?
Oh yeah, we made the music, or I paid an editor to make a music video for the song, and I just dropped it. On
Okay.
IG.
Hold up. Let me see. Is it? Did you tag on IG?
Yeah.
Ooh, hold up. I see it. Okay. Ooh, I don't know. I wonder if I can play it live. Wait, which verse is better? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna play it live. I'm actually gonna play it live. I'm gonna go on Instagram and play it live real quick.
Are you on Instagram Live or what live you are?
I'm on YouTube Live right now.
YouTube Live? All right, I'm gonna tap in.
Hey, got you, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Peace.
Got you. Peace. All right. That was Brother Nelson. If you guys don't know him, he is a OG One Piece head. That was his joint last week. Shit was though. Hey, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, twin. Yeah, no, that was the shit we was playing last week. Let me find it. Issue is with my Instagram. I don't know all my passwords and stuff. Hopefully it can Instagram. I hope this is it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, cool. There we go. Shout out my man Rizzle. Turn on. No. Alright, yeah, quick intermission, quick break from the video. We're gonna tune into Nelly's music video for the song. Okay. Let me make sure the volume is right. Live is definitely lit. What's good, Nelly? How you doing, bro? Alright, is the audio on? Is the audio on? Yes, it is. Alright, bet. Alright, real quick before we start. Zalius doesn't understand the power system of Naruto, so I would take what he says with a grain of salt. Alright, real quick. Karibo. And this is why I really do need to talk. I need to have a Naruto person on the show. That's what I need. That's what I need. What aspect of the power system does he not understand? I'm so confused. He did an extremely good job of breaking down chakra. Like, it's whatever. Let's play the video. We'll get into that stuff later. All right, hold up. What's the volume? This volume. I need to make it bigger. All right. Do it. Okay.
Hey Nelly, I think it's time. Peace.
Oh no, I can't hear. Hold up. Alright. Why can't I hear? What is going on? Let me make sure. Screen share is on. Volume was on. Let me take off the headphones and try it again. Alright, let's try that again.
Fuck it, let's get into it.
Hey Nelly, I think it's time we get the One Piece. Yeah. I'm a Marine like Kobe.
Yo, why can't I hear, bro? Y'all can hear it. I can't hear it. I'm trying to hear it. I don't care about y'all. I'm trying to hear it, man. What the fuck is going on, bro? Hold up. All right. Hold up. I'm connected to OBS. Yes. Oh, you know what? Is it? Let me see. Let me see. No, my thing's connected. Alright, it's okay. I'll play it for y'all since y'all can hear it. That really sucks though. I'll have to watch it on my own time, apparently. Alright, how do I start it over? Let me start it over. Let's do that.
Hey Nelly, I think it's time we get the One Piece. Yeah. I'm a Marine like Kobe. Check. I'm a Marine like Kobe. Yeah. We gon' Saba Odie. I'm a Marine like Kobe. My honesty impact those who don't even know me. Yeah, I pray the warlords, but never as the victim. I follow martial law. You keep the darkness in them. One thing that Teach told me about the world. You can steam hard and try and get all the girls with that gore food. I mean, it did really help, but you could look past women. You could crack the world. I think you niggas pussy. You just a pirate. You took some days of a class, now you playing hooky. We caught your hands in the jar like you was taking cookies. I'ma have my bitch set you up like a name was got the aura of a king. Yeah, you niggas couldn't see me. Call me Kane, then conquer the epic that should be. Yeah, I'm an ice giant. Niggas like I'm low-key Aokiji. But if you saw an ice giant, then that's low-key Aokiji. Running my laps, got the chopper on my back. To keep it Frankie ain't sobbing over girls in Nico Robin. If you sob, that's cool. You need to go to Brooks School. When I say it's on G, I ain't cooking you no food. Got a chin-bae, I be giving her all she needs. She call me Straw Hat when she want that monkey D. Nah, me got more in common with Zoro, it's true. Cause like him, I wanna be the best swordsman too. Some people try to take my twins like that really hurt. I would've been Odin Blood like I was Momoshiki. I would've been Odin Kin like I was Edward Newton. I would've been Odin Friend like I was Goldie Roger. Nelly was long though, stuck with a law post. Really, well, they gon' laugh till they end up on that island with me. They gon' laugh till they see a different side of history. And but that would be just like Raikage, get me?
100 berries to the face like a bounty on me. Shima type guns, I keep my island on me. I gotta be the one to make it cause they counted on me. One true North Blue, the smoker on the side of me. Said you was just a kid, you ain't never did no bid. Underworld zeitgeist, you ain't know about that biz. Brought from laws and core zones, Peril SOKS. When it come to getting money, ain't no translations. Use a sub, Nika, I'm all about my dubs, Nika. Scoffia leaves of my own, I'm too above Nikas. I keep a bow at Hancock cause it love Nikas. You just a newcomer, I thought you was Nika. Always knew I'd go and make it, was starting my way. Just like Marshall D would teach us like back in the day. We learned from Mihawk, it don't matter the size of the blade. Cause real cribbers always know you and just for the fade. Ran the east, I run the west like I'm Don Quixote. My verses in like Ace of Spine and this beat is propane. The chance pain always go and taste like rose. I've been on rain for 4 years, I guess it's just my forte. I hear you take, said you feeling like the hero Kobe. When I take 8 to 4 shots, yeah, I feel like Kobe. It's just like Saba Odie, now you niggas know me. My creation straight A's, only after Odie. Vision on category, but a nigga OP. Might just move out LA, but my work is OC.
Hold up.
I'm the worst generation's first official OG. I'm the worst generation's first official OG. Just like Saba Odie, now you niggas know me.
Yeah.
I gotta be the one to make it cause they counted on me. One true North Blue, the smoker on the side of me. Said you was just a kid, you ain't never did no bid. Underworld zeitgeist, you ain't know about that biz. Brought from lots of chorus, Peril SOKS. When it come to getting money, ain't no translations. You a sub, Nika, I'm all about my dubs, Nika. Scoffia leaves of my own, I'm too above Nikas. I keep a bow at Hancock cause it love Nikas. You just a newcomer, I thought you was Nika. Always knew I'd go and make it, was starting my way. Just like Marshall D would teach us like back in the day. We learned from Mihawk, it don't matter the size of the blade. Cause real cribbers always know you and just for the fade.
I ran the east and run the west like I'm Don Quixote. And this beat is propane.
The chance pain always go and taste like rose. I've been on rain for 4 years, I guess it's just my forte. I hear you take, said you feeling like the hero Kobe.
When I say 8 to 4 shots, yeah, I feel like Kobe.
It's just like Saba Odie, now you niggas know me. My Creation straight A's, only it's the OD. Vision on category, but a nigga OB. Might just move out LA, but my work is OC. I'm the worst generation's first official OG. I'm the worst generation's first official OG. Just like Saba OD.
Now you niggas know me.
84 shots, yeah, I feel like Kobe. It's like Saba OD. Now you niggas know me. After 84 shots, yeah, I feel like Kobe.
Wow, you know, that shit was fire. He must have remastered or remixed it. That shit was fire. That shit was fire. All right. So, real quick, let me turn the volume down real quick. So, yeah, that song is called The Grand Line, right? Song's called The Grand Line. That's done by my twin brother and my man Nelson right here. You guys can check this song out on Instagram, but an album will be dropping. It won't be all anime stuff, but an album will be dropping. But yeah, that shit was fire. I need that remastered version because he switched some shit up. I don't know who he got to do the remaster of that, but I like that. That was fire. And the visuals was nice too. That shit was like 4K. The visuals was nice. Yeah, let me see real quick. What the comments talking about? What we saying? Beneath the red line. Who had the special thanks to? All right, let me. Oh wait. Check. That's not what it is. Okay. Let me go full view real quick. All right. Nasty work, gentlemen. BEAUTIFUL. Alright, y'all. What do we think about hey, Michael liked it, played on your phone at the same time. You know, thank you for the suggestion. Triple, we definitely did that. Can't lie, I'm loving this moment right now. Splash Manolo, you make the beat as well. Nah, the other artist on the song produced it. You know, that was my twin brother, y'all. That was Tay, or Twin. Y'all know him as Twin in here when he be coming. Oh, nice. Shit's fire, dog. It sounds better off your phone on stream. The beat was too loud. Oh, my fault, y'all. My fault. That's good, though. Thanks, bro. Do it for the anime community. Better than Drizzy shit. Shitty One Piece raps by far. AA after OD equals Oda. That's too much. That's too much. You gotta chill, bro. That's too much. Don't do it to him, alright? Chill out. This is a safe place, alright? We don't, you know, that's too much. But yeah, no. I know some really talented people. Shout out to Nelly. Shout out to Tay, man. I'm really mad I wasn't on that song, but I'm really happy I wasn't on that song. I'll leave it there. Really mad, but I'm really happy I wasn't on that song. Because, like, you get to enjoy it more when you're not actually, like, a part of the full project itself. Okay, there we go. But yeah, guys, beneath the grand line or the red line, beneath the grand line, is it red or grand? Let me see. Beneath the red line is the name of the song. And if any of you guys have been Lab, follow Dante Mitchell or at Shisui Uchiha. Revisit this video, find out, you know, all that good stuff. But all right, let's get back to Ignil's video on Naruto. We still got about roughly 28 minutes ish. So let's try and finish this up.
Then Naruto is at best.
Interesting. Now sound's not coming out at all. What's going on here, yo? Something has to be happening here. Because now I can't hear shit.
all in Baywan mode. And
what is happening? I legit can't hear anything. Alright. Yeah, let's move.
You can just let.
Okay.
Let it slide.
Okay, that's working.
Just this one time. So, I will say, if you want to use the novels,
hey,
then
no,
Naruto is massively faster than light.
I can't hear shit now. I could hear it. We hear it. Yo, I can't hear anything though, y'all. I don't know what's going on. They done fuck. He didn't came on here, played this song, and fucked up my whole groove. Ain't that a trip? Let me stop. You know, it's probably. How do I turn these? How do I reset these? It's probably that.
Use the novels for Naruto escape.
Move to Mac.
Scaling, but
alright. Move the iPhone, no.
That's because Naruto scaling is bad without the novels, and a lot of people use them.
But
so
if I end stream, I'm going to probably be done for tonight because I don't feel like ending stream and hooking it up again. But I can't hear what to do. Let me see.
It's fine. You can just
makes 0 sense. Why is it not working, bro? Come on. Alright. Let me think. This problem started with Instagram. Maybe if I delete it, it'll end with Instagram.
So is the author
We're gonna keep it playing
for the manga,
and I'm just gonna try
and that's where the story of Naruto begins. So if the novel, anime, or data books contradict the manga, then they will just get rejected.
Okay, cool.
I know
okay,
I did use.
We got it.
The novel.
We got it. We had to close out Instagram entirely, but we got it. Okay, cool. I don't know where I was though, at all. We'll just start. Oh no, we were at like 11:35, but we got it. We're good.
Like nuclear fusion, not the same as nuclear fusion, just similar, because they are fusing Naruto's chakra and Kurama's chakra to make a new chakra, kinda like how Gojo fuses red and blue to create a new energy. So it isn't billions or millions of times of an amp, but a few times.
He said, "Fuck Instagram." Yeah, man, they trying to get me out of here with that. I'm not sure what that was, but hey, we good.
As a bare minimum. Also, we know in Naruto that getting stronger doesn't always mean getting faster, as we see this with KCM Naruto taking multiple attempts to hit the third Raikage with the Rasen Shuriken, but Sage Mode Naruto takes one attempt to successfully hit the third Raikage. We also know that Sage Mode is a 10 times amp in amount of chakra due to the curse mark being a inferior Sage Mode amp, but even with that, we don't know the amp in speed nor power it grants the user.
See, that's good. I'm glad he's at least acknowledging that. Most people will take the 10 times statement from Jirobo and Sakon and just say, oh, 10 times amp, 10 times speed, 10 times strength, 10 times durability, 10 times this, 10 times that. Oh my gosh, my grandma's calling me. Alright. I have to take this one, guys, because this is my grandma. I've been meaning to call her. I'm going to make it quick, though. Grandmother,
Hello, my grandson.
how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, sweetie. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just sitting here doing some computer work right now. What you been up to? I said some computer work.
Yeah, are you home at Rebecca's or Stacy's? Where you at, Bill?
I'm in where am I actually? I'm in Boston still. I went back to Boston.
Are you in Boston?
I am in Boston right now. Yeah, they got us out here.
How long are you gonna be there for?
At least, estimation 2 more weeks, but I should be coming home this weekend.
Please call me when you come in, because I always think about you, and I don't want to bother you at work and stuff.
Gotcha, I can definitely call you. I was actually supposed to give you a call like 2 days ago, but it was such a hectic schedule.
I don't bother you about that, because I understand.
Gotcha. I appreciate that, Granny.
But listen, Porky's grandmother, Miss Marion, who was really close to Aunt Stephanie, she passed away. They're having her funeral on Thursday, right? And then yesterday, Miss Jerry, Porky's mom, her sister, Bonnie, that was taking care of her mom, died. They got 2 funerals.
2 funerals.
Yeah. Yep. So if you can, Chantel's coming home on Tuesday from Ohio. And she's going to be here for the week. But if you can text Stephanie, text your cousins and offer your condolence, that would be very nice.
Gotcha, I can do that.
All right, Stephanie, Tasha, CJ, because that grandmother was close to them, and that girl, Miss Marion, I loved her to death, because she took care of my Stephanie.
Yeah.
When she was going through a whole lot of stuff with Porky and his mom, now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Miss Marion stuck by Stephanie and everything for a lot of stuff that y'all don't know about, but I love that woman.
Gotcha.
And if I can get my grandsons just to text those girls, because that was a great loss to them, their grandmother.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. I'll definitely do that.
All right, yeah. Just text Stephanie, Tasha, and Shawnee, your cousins.
Yeah.
And just tell them I'm offering my deepest condolence. My prayers are with you, and just know we love you and I'm here for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because the funeral's going to be Thursday, and I don't know what they're going to do about Bonnie Dylan that just died the other day. Because they already got the mother's funeral set up for Thursday. So what I was saying to one of my church members who I went to a workshop with today, I was saying it would be nice if they could cremate Bonnie, because she probably didn't have no money or nothing, right?
Yeah.
If they could cremate her and have her funeral the same time they have Miss Marion, so it won't be so expensive to the family.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then I'm upset with myself, really. I ain't telling nobody this, but I'm really upset with myself.
What's going on?
I
said, what's going on?
Well, I brought insurance 3 years ago when I was
I'm sorry, guys. This is not going to be a short conversation.
Right? And it was for $40,000, right? And if I would have insurance, my daughters would have got $5,000, but each one of my grandchildren would have got $2,000. But when I did the insurance with the lady at Stacy, she knew I smoked, and she said, well, we're not going to put that down. And that's been on my mind all these years since then. So when this guy came to my house for insurance, and he was asking about my insurance and stuff, he said, well, your policy says no smoking. You smoke, don't you? I said, yeah. He said, well, you know what? They won't get that money.
Oh, wow.
He said, what'll happen is whatever you paid into it that last month or two, that's what they'll send you. I said, what?
That's crazy.
Because I don't want to put no burden on my children for burying me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the same thing the woman told me. Plus, I had borrowed off the insurance. I borrowed $4,000 off the insurance.
Wow. That's crazy.
And borrowing off your insurance never do it. What happens is, and that's what happened to me and Merle when I changed.
All right, guys. I am going to end stream, but I will be back to finish this video probably around like 9 o'clock.